Welcome to the Infernal Brotherhood of the Scruffy Looking Nerf Herders. This is a live streaming video podcast by Star Wars fans for Star Wars fans, and today we're continuing our episodic spoiler-filled review of Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 3 with episodes 10 through 12.
Yeah, so this is the penultimate group that we're reviewing. Next time we do this, they'll all be out, it'll all be done, and we can have our lives back.
Yeah. We'll say these weren't terrible. They weren't good.
Yeah.
They weren't terrible.
Yeah, there's nothing like overtly offensive, though there is some sort of stupidity specifically in this very first one. And then I kind of liked where it went after that. Any other initial thoughts you want to get into before we dive into the review?
Another wasted cameo, but really that's about it.
Yeah. All right. So these were released between April 3rd and April 10th. Again, this is episode 10, 11, and 12. I think there's only 15 total, so it's going to all wrap up next week whenever we do it, our reviews. Let's start with episode 10, Identity Crisis. So this was directed by Saul Ruiz, written by Amanda Rose Munoz. I don't fucking know. And basically, it focuses on Nala Se being imprisoned and... what's her name? What is this lady's name? Emery.
Emery. Yeah.
Emery, the most useless damn character in this whole show, getting assigned, like asking to take Nala Se's position. And when she does, she's like, oh, wow, I didn't know we were using children. Like, you never once noticed little kids being smuggled from the landing pad to the secret area?
Well, not only that, like, how the fuck do you get clearance like that just immediately? Like, Nala Se's not here. I want to do this. Well, okay. And that's it. Like, this is literally direct from the Emperor himself because he wants to extend his life outside of his normal mortal life. And just like, there's all these guards, all these lasers, like just so much security. And it's just like, okay. Like, you don't see any sort of potential problem here, for fuck's sake. Like, she's a goddamn clone. But whatever.
Well, that's, I think, arguably the worst part about all of this is that none of these scientists seem to be trustworthy that are heading up the actual operations, but the ones that are actually just working there, they're all in. They're like, fuck these kids. We don't like children. It's so surprising how shitty all of these scientists are, like up there in their sort of a peek about room, like looking down on the kids with their tablets all day. What are you staring at? And what exactly are you doing? It's the robot that's going to get their blood samples, and then the kids just are given these shit toys. They might as well be like pickup sticks. Like, no video games, not even like a lounge chair. Everything's like rigid. And
I don't get it either, because it's like they're testing blood daily. And the blood doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. They know that there's only one kid who just so happens to be a clone that has the answer to the riddle. That they keep stealing kids and keep doing this. Like, what the fuck is the point?
Yeah, I thought that was so strange that they know. Yeah, I mean, to your point, they know exactly who they need. All these other kids, they're not helping at all. Simply because they have midi-chlorians in their blood does not...
Like everybody.
Yeah, exactly. All life. That was the whole premise of everything. Doesn't mean anything. You can take as much blood as you want. It's not going to change the fact. You can find out in one sample whether or not it was going to be worthwhile or not. So what the hell are they collecting all this sample
Which
for?
the thing is, the fucking bounty hunters are testing them before they capture them and deliver them. Like, really, what do you expect? Are they, like, trying to filter out the midi-chlorians to build a fucking... a platelet capsule or something? Like, it just doesn't make any fucking sense at all.
Yeah. They're just keeping them around so it's an oogie experiment base. And
yeah, I mean, that's really all it is. It's just like, oh, we're bad, so we're going to be bad.
Yeah. There's so many better ways of being bad. Like Cad Bane, for example. Like, his scene coming in and he was, like, taking the child, that was brilliant. I loved that part.
My only problem was he stunned her. Why? That is not in character at all.
You mean the mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no,
Yeah,
you
why not put
fucking...
her down?
pop her. Like, oh, you want people talking about, you stealing the kid? No, you don't. You're a fucking bounty hunter. You off her, you take the kid, you get the fuck out of there. No one knows you were ever there, except for that one douchebag that couldn't find all his credits, I guess.
Yeah, he's like looking on the ground. That's actually a really good point that I had not considered before. Because if you're an empire that's doing your best to make sure that everyone stays compliant, the last thing you want to hear about are bounty hunters abducting children across the fucking world.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, absolutely.
As soon as that gets on the HoloNet, it's going to be like a huge conspiracy theory. Like, people are going to freak out. Rebellions are going to rise. So get rid of the evidence, hence mama, and no harm, no foul. You're Cat Bane anyway.
Yeah, and it's like, if you don't want to kill her, abduct her. There's labor camps she can go to.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't make any sense.
There are rocks that need to be broken somewhere.
Absolutely. Or picked up and moved from here to here for no fucking apparent reason. There's always something to keep busy in an empire.
Hey, Chris, I could go for some pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I did like seeing Tarkin pop in there, but it was like pointless.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there's literally he has no say over that organization. Mm-hmm. So why would he even like buzz in and be like, "Ma'am, I want to be involved"? And Hemlock's like, "No, you can't be involved." And you're like,
"It's classified."
Fine.
Yeah, yeah. Again, wasted cameo. Like it was pointless.
Yeah, 100%. I do like seeing Bane in that little droid he has as a helper.
Oh yeah.
I don't know man. It just makes me happy.
Yeah, I'm all about that shit.
And then not Nala. I keep messing this lady's name up. Emery. Seeing the baby, and she's like, gasp! What is this? And he's like, "Isn't this your fucking job, bitch?"
It's like you asked for this. You saw it for multiple days. I'm assuming. Do you think these kids just magically appeared? No, they got fucking stolen.
Yeah.
Arguably the same way that they did when the Old Republic was in power, but whatever. We'll disregard that. The Empire's bad. Jedis are good somehow.
Yeah. Luke's good sometimes. When he's not bad, he's good. Oh man, I don't know. The whole episode just made me question Emery as a character of like she is a clone. We know that she's a clone of
Jango Fett.
Right. I was going to say she was like the older sister of Omega. I couldn't think of her stupid name. But she's the regular aging version, apparently. Or she's the rapid aging version, and they were made at similar times or something. It's never been clarified. And she's just like working in the system still. See, after having seen what all the other clone troopers are having to go through, actively testing on the other clones, like her brothers, seeing how they treated Omega, and everything, and she's still just like, "I can't believe the Empire's doing bad things. Well, I can't do anything to change it, so..."
Right.
What is your role here? To be a patsy? To be a sucker? Like, what exactly are you bringing to the table, Emery? Because all I see is suck ass. You stole Omega's toy to give it to another girl, and you think that's going to make up for her being, like, imprisoned?
Yeah, for, like, multiple days. Like, it's fucked up.
That's so weird.
Yeah, man, it's such a wasted fucking character. I mean, of course, we know in the end she's going to ultimately be the one to save the kids, get them out of the jail, on this planet base that is a secret base for Empire experiments. Whatever. She's going to be a hero to like 3 kids.
Do you think she's going to sacrifice her life to do it?
I hope so. She doesn't deserve to live.
I hope so, just because I think it would be a better story.
It would be.
Her getting out and being what? Like their auntie? Like, we don't know where your parents are because we don't know where you're from. You're too young to know where home is. So we'll just live together in a large shoe or something. I don't know what
right.
The fucking fairy tale this thing is. But anyway, so that was that episode. Very strange. CX is like reporting that, he's almost got her. Just hold out a little bit longer, Hemlock, because I'm on her trail. And Hemlock's like, he's like, "I need results." Why is he always whispering?
Because that's scary.
Because that's Sam Witwer. I still don't know.
It's not, dude. It's the kid from Oh my god, why can't I think of the fucking? So it's one of the kids from Always Sunny, and he was
really?
also yeah. Hold on, let me.
I didn't
look
know
this
that. That makes me like him more. That's not fair because I don't like him.
up. Well, I don't think you're supposed to like him.
Yeah.
Ba.
So you like that Cad Bane paid the informant even though he didn't have to? He's classy. Yeah, he's got a reputation.
Right.
He's a bounty hunter. He will pay you for information. That's what I like about him too. I agree with you there, Chris. I really like Cad Bane. Like I remember in the Clone Wars being like, oh, that's a cool character.
Jimmy Simpson. There we go.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's who that is.
Cool. I don't like him that much then. I can't place his face.
You would recognize him the second you saw him.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
I mean, Hemlock looks like Sam Witwer. Adam Witwer.
Well, the crazy thing is, like, I was on board too. I was 100% convinced that it was Sam Witwer, and then I found out who it actually was. And the second I heard who it was, it's like the nuance difference between Sam Witwer's style of voice acting and this guy's, like, you can hear it. It's super distinct once you realize who it is.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right. Well, anything else on this episode?
No.
Cool. Well, let's go to a better one. So this is episode 11, Point of No Return, directed by Nate Villanueva and written by Amanda Rose Munoz. Munoz?
Munoz. I don't know. Whatever.
CX2 is the focus of this one, and he sort of like sneaks onto Fee's ship. And I will never see Fee as anyone but her voice.
Yeah, man. It's like, that is just Wanda Sykes. It's not Fee, it's Wanda Sykes in space.
I just can't see her as anything but that. And because Wanda Sykes is gay, I can't ever see her actually liking that clone as the pirate character. I'm just like, you don't like Dick. Why are you fucking with his emotions? You are a horrible person, Fee.
I mean, women are women, regardless of their orientation. So
yeah,
it happens.
I just thought that was like the weirdest scene. Like, why even sneak on her ship? Why not just follow her? You know, she's gonna end up there. Put a tracker on her. But the whole like do sneaking, I don't know. It didn't really work for me. And the fact that she was like all curious, like, I smell something. Like, how did she know someone was in there? And then she pulled her blaster out. And
I mean, presumably the guy's always working. I'm sure he fucking reeks. So
yeah,
I know after a couple hours in costume for me, I'm already funky as shit, and I don't even have hard armor. I just got a couple of skirts. So
yeah, we never considered the fact that we've never seen him laundering any of his armor or clothing.
Yeah, no. So I'm sure he's quite ripe.
She's like, I smell clone funk. What is this musk? So I don't know. I thought that part was weird, but as soon as he got on planet to Pabu, I was in for this episode because he fucked everyone up.
Oh yeah,
it was dope. I was like, where was this guy when we first were introduced to him?
Yeah, it took an entire fucking season to make him actually menacing.
Yeah, the fact that he blew up their ship, which was amazing. Fucked up Wrecker. Yes, Wrecker deserves it. Fucked up Hunter, I thought was great too. I mean, he just one by one took everyone out until it was just Omega and Crosshair looking at each other going like, we're fucked. Like, if I don't give up, everyone's going to die. And Hunter's like, but if you do give up, then everyone's going to die. And she's like, but I can't stand by. So, of course, that's how it's going to end. Of course, she's going to give herself up. I do find it always interesting how long, like, what's the body toll you're willing to wait for before you give yourself up, you know? And there was a lot of people that were fucked up.
Like, essentially, this island is fucking destroyed. Like, they're fucked, like, beyond fucked. All their ships are gone, their harbor, like, they're pretty well fucked. And... well, I guess I should probably go.
Now that we have like isolated this small community, ruined all of their boats so they can't make a living and they can't get food. Now that we've consigned them to death, now I'll go. But I had to wait for the last second.
Well, and then the kicker is they knew like a few episodes ago that the Empire knows where the fuck they are. Why are they still there? Yeah. It's
She
like,
was-
get the fuck out if you don't want collateral damage.
Yeah. It's just so obvious. You have in the little galaxy hunting for you, and what are you going to do? You're going to hide amongst your friends? What do
Yeah,
you
it's
think
fucking
is going to
stupid.
fucking happen? Let's just say CX didn't do his hit and run tactics and only, hitting specific military places. If it was like the Empire, they would have just glassed you from space. Blown the whole little rock into the ocean.
Yeah.
Who fucking cares? Because you already saw them do it with your fucking home. So, I don't know, man. The whole thing makes me hate Omega and the Bad Batch because they're clearly idiots.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're defective.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's, it's not just in stature, it's in mental capacity as well.
Chris thinks that Disney has grossly overused the defector trope. Way too many Empire personnel have defected on their iteration. You miss the days where Tarkin and the Rebel Guard and stuff were loyal. There's a little heart here, so I can't see what that said. Red Guard.
Yeah, the Red Guard. So the Royal Guards.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't mind a defector trope when it makes sense, and I think any autonomous character should be able to objectively see the horrors that the Empire is enacting, and if they're not a horrible person themselves, then the only thing you can do is try to defect or sabotage in some way.
So I mean that's like Crosshair's defection, like that was great.
It was earned over 3 seasons.
Yeah, and like to see the pain in his eyes, like on that fucking snow planet where Homeboy's getting ready to pop that other clone, like that's real. Like that is him fully understanding what the fuck is going on, and that's great. There's other examples of it that aren't so good, but it makes sense. I feel like they kind of just rehash every fucking story. Like, this is pretty much the Bad Batch, all the seasons. It's the same fucking thing. Omega gets captured, they rescue her. She gives herself up, they rescue her. And that's literally all it's been for 3 fucking seasons, just in different places. Nothing exciting.
Yeah, I am very, very glad that this is the end of this whole thing, because they've just outworn their welcome entirely for me. I can't stand this group of people. The best part about this is that it's like the part that I don't like the most, but it's the best part about all this, is that they're forcing this tie-in with the sequel trilogy through the clone experiments, which they don't need to do, because we've already known that thing has existed for all of fucking Star Wars history. So I don't know why they're making such a big deal out of it. But that's
it's like they're trying to explain it.
And some things are just better unexplained. Let your imagination, explore possibilities rather than like laying it literally out every single time. Because as soon as they're like, "Well, what's an M count?" We know. As soon as they're like, "Let me show you what's behind this."
We've literally known since 1999 what a fucking M count is.
And like, we know you're doing clone experiments. You don't have to reveal it. That's not the ending of an exciting episode. That's us going, "Yeah, we know."
Yeah, we watched the Clone Wars. We remember.
Like, fuck. But I did love seeing the Bad Batch get their asses handed to them again. First time.
Well, especially at the end, like that you think Crosshair's actually going to get that tracker.
Yeah.
And then he fucks up. And it's like, dude, come on. We've seen you shoot charges that are the same fucking shape, way better. Like, come on. You can't do a fucking tracker the same way.
I do love that it was under the gun, and they already sort of presented and built up that he was still sort of suffering, and his aiming wasn't quite right. And so it landed believable for me when I was watching it and stuff. And I really appreciate it, because then at the end of that episode, we're just like, oh shit, she's fucked. They don't know where the fuck that planet is. They didn't get their tracker off. There's no way they will ever find Omega. She has to deal with this on her own or die, which then isolates it to Tantise and the Emery, maybe making her an interesting character suddenly, and heightens, the possibilities. Meanwhile, who gives a fuck about these Bad Batch guys? Like, just let's move on from them. But that's not what they did, because then the next episode came out. So let's talk about Juggernaut now. This was Stuart Lee directed, Ezra Nachman wrote it, and this is where CX returns Omega to Tantis, where Emery once again tests her blood. I don't know why, because she still has the same blood
Mhm.
from the first test that they did. It's so strange that they keep testing the blood.
Mhm. Yeah, it's like you're not going to get false readings.
They must have like a vampire in the basement. Like,
I mean,
it would make it more interesting.
the Death Troopers, who knows?
Oh,
I would no,
Oh,
no.
that
I'm
would
not
be-
even going to joke about that because they tried that and it didn't quite land.
oh yeah, in Ahsoka.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. I still like the concept, and I want Flanagan to do the damn novel.
Yeah, man, I would
love to
I
see
would
that.
probably never be able to get an erection again after that.
Yeah.
At least without watching it.
So this whole episode is about Omega learning about Project Necromancer only in as much as there's other kids involved.
Mhm.
And so at first she thought it was all clones. Now she knows it's also other children all around. She has this basic idea that you could be a Jedi if you have midichlorians, which I guess nowadays you can. It's just
Mhm.
it doesn't matter anymore.
Nope.
And so she's just like, no, I'm Omega, so I'm going to escape this place. I like that one scientist already knew she had escaped once, so why the hell would they think that she wasn't going to try to escape again? It seems like they would intentionally put a camera inside of herself just because of that.
Right.
I mean, it's so odd that they would just leave her alone and then allow her, like, have a panel right in her room that opens up to an entire elevator shaft. Like, what?
Yeah, man, it's
How has no one escaped yet? Like,
dumb as shit.
it's literally right there. And then the panels fall out like they're Tetris. Like you take one out and they're all just like,
Yeah.
so stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't think there's any way they're going to end this that's going to feel any way satisfying.
No, absolutely not. Like, how could they? They've
Yeah.
shit the bed for 3 seasons. It's not like they're going to stick the landing now.
That would be amazing. If they did, they're just like,
Like,
ah.
I fucking. So, I mean, with most of the episodes, I get at least like 4 or 5 good, solid lines of notes. This, I've got 1.
Oh, wow.
And it was because I was just bitching about the dumb scientist, like, oh, I'll return later for the result, even though it's right there in your fucking hand
Yeah.
right now. Like, you don't need to wait for a fucking blood test. Like, especially, just go ask Cad Bane for his little poker thingy. God, yeah, this episode was just dumb as shit.
Yeah, especially when we're like, okay, well, what the fuck is the Bad Batch going to do? Are they going to take up cooking? Like, they have to do something with their lives now because they don't have Omega anymore. And fucking Crosshair is just like, well, there is one other way. And they're like, why would you never have mentioned this? And I'm screaming at the TV, yeah, why have you never mentioned this, dummy?
Yeah,
Like, what the fuck?
right.
So
Like, this shit
dumb.
could have been over. You could have prevented the destruction of this stupid fucking island.
Yeah.
But, oh, I don't feel right asking. Like, come on. It's fucking war. You got to do all kinds of shit you don't want to do, motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, man. But I do like seeing that Weasley Imperial guy. I can't remember his name. I gotta look. Rampart.
Yeah.
I don't like him. I think he's a piece of shit. But I like that I think he's a piece of shit and that he's supposed to be a piece of shit. So he does his role well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, fucking fantastic. Like, the fact that they are jumping on that transport and he's like, oh, no, I'm going to die. Oh, wait, you guys are trying to escape? Get me out? Oh, you want something from me? Well, clearly I have the upper hand on this prison vessel. It's like, goddamn, like, say what you will. Dude's got a big set of cojones. Like, if he's fucking
yeah.
like that.
Oh, yeah. And then just seeing him interact once they land on that space station in order to sort of find the transport that's going to be going to Tantis. The way he was just like, I missed this. Like, the only thing he liked about being in the Empire was to talk down to other people. Like, that's it. He just, like, fuck with people. And there's, like, a part of me that's just like, yeah, I get that.
Yeah,
And the other part of me that's like, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Then I have to start questioning, wait a second, if I like that, and he's an asshole, I'm an asshole.
No, it's everybody else that's wrong, not you.
Okay. Good. Whew. Close call. Yes, I thought that whole scene was a lot of fun, actually. Like seeing them sneak on and trying to get the information, and they're just like surrounded. Oh, and the arguably maybe the stupidest part is in order to get in there and not be noticed, they just remove the paint from their armor. Not that their
Yeah,
armor is so different from everyone else's that it alone would be obvious, which it
right.
is, but they just remove the paint and like no one's gonna notice.
Yeah, I mean, it worked for an entire season, them putting different colors on it so that they're clearly bounty hunters, not clone troopers.
I
Yeah.
just take a page from episode 4. Use a stormtrooper's outfit. That's it.
Right. Oh, and Wrecker would easily fit in a fucking Republic Commando costume. Like those are big and bulky. He's big and bulky. Ergo, put that shit on. No one's going to be the wiser.
It seems so obvious and so easy to do. No one would know or second guess. But instead, they insist on, no, how would the audience know which is which?
Right.
Well, we are idiots. We're watching.
You got us there, fuckers.
So I don't know. Like, on one hand, I enjoyed it because it was a nice little mission. We got to see Rampart just be the douchebag that he is. On the other side, I can't believe that they could dock onto that ship without that ship knowing seconds before it goes into hyperspace. Like, because if you're still in hyperspace, they could like eject that vessel, and they would be fucked.
Yeah.
They would just be like spinning out, like stop out of hyperspace, maybe in the middle of a star or some gravity well somewhere. Like, just I don't know. It seems like they would know. It's there. It completely changes the dynamic of the ship and the weight ratio and the way the thrusters have to operate. Like everything changes when you have that much weight on it. So,
yeah, it's hard because with these last 2 episodes, on one hand, I want to like them because of the fact that they actually feel like Clone Wars episodes.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's like they're also like dumbed down Clone Wars episodes. Where it's like there's a lot of shit that doesn't quite make sense, add up, and it's just, things happening to happen. And it's like, God, this is just so disappointing. Like, I really was hoping that at least the last half of the season was going to be bearable.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess it is bearable, but yeah, it's just disappointing.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, where are they going to go with this? Because as we mentioned every single review, they're not anywhere in the future. We've seen the future already. And since they're not there, how are they going to, like, in a satisfying way for people who do enjoy this series, finish it and be like, and we're done?
Yeah.
There's no way.
No, well, especially because there's nothing to add to the mythology. And that's sort of like when you're delving in eras that have already been explored. Like, if you're going to be adding stuff to that, you need to actually add something to it. Not just, oh, here's some new characters in this timeline.
Yeah.
We don't fucking care. Like, we can make up our own characters. You read a book, you watch a movie, you watch a cartoon. You can be like, oh, that random guy in the background, I'm going to make up a story for him. We don't need 3 seasons of something that's not adding to anything. Because, I mean, again, like you have been saying, pretty much this entire fucking series has been, we already know that the Emperor's working on cloning. Like, that is literally something that has been going on since the 90s that we've known about. And for those that read, and those that don't read, we've known about this shit since when was it? Was it 2016 when the last movie came out?
Oh, yeah.
Or something like that. It's like we've known since then. Why do we need 3 seasons of a stupid show to tell us, oh yeah, you know how the Emperor cloned himself? He clones himself! But no shit, we already know.
Surprise!
Yeah.
He did the thing that he did. Wow. So I'm shocked. I didn't see that coming. Thank you, Disney. Yeah. Okay, so with these 3 isolated episodes, did you have any favorite moments?
I mean, CX2 destroying Pabu, basically, like, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. That was my favorite too.
Yeah.
There's just nothing else could compare to that. It does
Pretty
make
much.
me hope that we get a sort of like an 80s action ending where CX squares off against like Crosshair and they have to like fight each other to the death to sort of like finish off that that trilogy of encounters from that first time at the waterfall to Pabu, and then now. We don't need it, but I would like to see a conclusion in that.
Well, I'm gonna say it, like, if you're gonna have a fucking Rambo ripoff in a show, use him as a Rambo ripoff. We have not actually seen that at all. I mean, yeah, like some melee fighting and a gunfight, but like one-on-one, let's see him fuck somebody up. Yeah, one-on-one, an epic battle where he's actually getting his ass handed to him and he wins in the end and kills somebody. Like, that'd be cool to see. It'd be a mild consolation prize, but I'll take what I can get.
Yeah, for sure. What was the most egregious, your least favorite moment of these three?
The fucking kid complimenting Emery's glasses. It's like, no. Those glasses are fucking stupid.
You're not looking at the same glasses we are.
Yeah. Like, you are a stupid fucking kid, and it's a good thing that they kidnapped you from your family because you're probably not going to be able to procreate. Good thing.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't breed.
Truth in advertising, Star Wars: The Bad Batch, it's better than the Resistance.
No, I don't think so. I haven't had a Signal from Sector 6 episode in 3 seasons.
Actually, I want to go back and watch that again now.
Yeah, but I will go back and watch that from time to time just to giggle because it's fun. Yeah. Like, that's part of the shit that we love about Star Wars is the creatures and the goofy shit that happens with them. And all we get in this is fucking Fetcher. Like, I've never once thought in my entire life that I was going to hate a dog-like creature. Yeah. I fucking hate Fetcher.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
he does a Lassie thing, you know, he like runs back to get everyone else and like, is Timmy in the well, Lassie? And they like come running for Omega and stuff. It's just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
There's no way they would understand that. The dog didn't even like them.
No, it's like she hated everybody except for Omega. That's why she was rescued by Omega. But it's like, I understand, so like I set aside, common sense when it comes to speaking to droids. Yeah. Like, let's just assume because people are around droids, their entire existence, they understand binary. They can't speak it, obviously, but they can understand it. Yeah. But to have a dog-like creature from a remote planet that's secret, like, people don't know about it, and they understand what the dog fucking says? No. That shit I don't believe.
It's so silly. Yeah, and we don't have that dynamic that Resistance had, which was so great, which is that mechanic duo, the two gay guys, different speed. I assume they were gay. I don't know.
They were gay.
They were definitely gay.
Oh no, Disney had to just like lay it out there when that episode came out that yes, they were a homosexual couple that's married.
Well, I liked them. I
liked them too.
Of fun, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was the best part about that show. They were fucking
between
hilarious.
That and Sector 7, Resistance can't be the worst because we've had 3 seasons of this. Mm-hmm. So it's not good, but
no, Resistance is garbage. But at least there's one good episode. Yeah. Like, none of this will I ever rewatch ever again.
100%. Yeah. Emery is, I think, my least favorite of all of this. She seems like such an idiot. Mm-hmm. Like needlessly an idiot. She could do things to help people. She chooses not to. And I think that's going to be what we see in the end is she finally turns a leaf and helps. Mm-hmm. But why wait that long? I know they want to structurally have it wait that long for the finale, but for everyone watching, she just looks like an asshole. Mm-hmm. Like, you could have saved people's lives and helped children, and instead you did your job. Congratulations, you're part of the problem.
Yeah. Like, you're not helping in any fucking way, dude.
Hopes for the future, because the next time we talk about this, it's going to be over. And there's going to have been some sort of climactic event.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I know I sound like an asshole, but I hope Omega dies, and I hope Emery dies. How? I don't give a flying fuck. I just want both of them to die.
Yeah. I would like to see everyone die in like.
I mean, that's ideal. I'm not gonna hope for that much.
Yeah, it'd be cool if the Empire, like Tarkin, rolled in on a Star Destroyer, and then like, here's what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to go in there because we know the Zillow Beast was delivered there.
Mhm.
I think the Bad Batch is going to unleash the Zillow Beast to run rampant all around this fucking place and like distract people and destroy. That's how they're going to sneak in. Then Emery's going to help Omega get out, and they're all going to get out together. What I would like to see is Hemlock call in Tarkin and be like, "Look, I need your help. This you asked if you want could be a part of this. We need your help right now. We've got some big problems here." And he comes in and he just glasses the place.
Oh
He's
my
like,
God,
"I
that
can
would be
solve
great.
this right now."
Yeah,
This
yeah, because I
orbital
mean, this is the
bombardment.
point in time when it's Death Star is not fully functional or fully operational, but I mean, this is right after they fucking glassed Scarif.
Oh, what?
I think
That would be amazing.
I'm pretty sure this is after the glass Scarif. But yeah, like let's see that happen.
Yeah,
Like that'd be fucking cool.
that would redeem some of this for me. If we saw that, it would make me happy. It would be a great ending.
Yeah.
Because then it ties on into the devastation of that war machine that we saw in Rogue One, which was so wonderful to see. And it's so early in the development phase, we could see a version of the Death Star that we haven't even seen yet. Maybe it's not even the Death Star. Maybe it's just the weapon mechanism with the crystals, and they're sort of developing the weapon. That would be kind of cool too, because then we see like a new version of explosion or something to completely blast that place. But they can't leave it. Like, it doesn't exist any other time frame. So there's no other stories involved in it. So they have to get rid of it somehow. And if there is like one of those Zillow Beast monstrosities running around, I mean, I don't want a Godzilla versus Kong in Star Wars. So just kill him. Get rid of it. I'm done with this shit.
Nah.
I
don't know, man.
You had me.
Yeah, give me some kaiju. I'm fucking happy, but yeah, I don't know. That's the frustrating part. Is like I don't know how the hell they're gonna do this and how they're gonna, I guess, how they're gonna do it successfully.
Yeah. So Chris would like to see a Young Guns ending where that was a great ending, shooting their way out of that burning house. I have a secret love for Little House on the Prairie. I've been watching it for the past like 3 months or more with my wife. Every once in a while, we'll throw an episode on and just feel good.
Because that's just what you're hoping for. You're like, man, we're almost there.
Yeah. It's just like one of those stupid shows, you know, as a kid I watched and I didn't think about. And now as an adult, I mean, it's way too religious for my personal taste, but I just like that it makes you feel good while you watch it, you know? Seeing Laura Ingalls punch the Olsen boy right in the face and nothing happens from it. I was just like, fuck yeah. No parent complained. It was just like, he was talking shit. He fucked around and found out. I'm just like, fucking go, Laura.
Hell yeah.
Just start punching bitches in the face. Awesome. And how much those characters just made you hate them, those Olsen kids, because they were so snotty and bitchy and like they would say like the meanest shit. I don't know. There's something great about that show. I like Little House.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, this isn't Little House. This is Star Wars.
Yeah, clearly not as entertaining.
Yeah, so I mean, ultimately, this is it. So you know, we only have 3 episodes left. We have our hopes for how it's going to end. It's probably going to be one of those weird last season of Mandalorian endings.
Oh God,
it's like a circle closing in on Grogu.
Dude, I try to block that shit out, man. The little
it was weird.
Little house in the middle of the field, like no.
How are they going to go from that to the film, The Mandalorian and Grogu?
It's just going to be them homesteading. And you know what?
That actually
I'd fucking watch it.
That might actually be pretty good. Give us some ideas.
Hell yeah.
We just need to start a ranch
in
the middle of Montana or somewhere and just forsake all this bullshit. Farm.
Dude, you're speaking my language, man. That's I just want to go live out in the middle of nowhere and live my Radagast dreams, man. That'd be dope as hell.
Oh, that would be amazing. All right. Anything else?
No, man, I think we got it.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in, both live in chat or after the fact. We invite you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, ring the bell, get notified about upcoming videos, and click the like button. All that goes to help other people learn about this channel and this channel's content. Of course, you can pick up custom Star Wars apparel from our store, and you can become a member of the Infernal Brotherhood yourself if you happen to be a scruffy looking Nerf herder or not. We still accept all applications in the
Absolutely.
form of change. So consider it. We appreciate you doing that. The links for those are in the description below. So until the Infernal Brotherhood convenes again, my fellow scruffy looking Nerf Herders, may the force be with you.
You're grouchy when you're not fully charged.
True about everyone. Michael Landon's laugh in Little House on the Prairie is gold. It's so good.
Gonna have
It's
to,
a joyful humor.
gonna have to actually sit down and watch. I haven't watched that shit since I was a wee child.
Oh, it's so not good, but it's good.